Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to a brand new live feature match. Here we are, round one of my locals this past Saturday. Our first official Power of the Elements tournament, and here we have two decks that really didn't get any support from Power of the Elements. It is what it is. But my friend John is on the left here versus Dom on the right. John is moving away, quite a ways away. And this was his last locals for a long time, so I had to have him on the feature as a little bit of an honorary send-off, playing against his, in quotes, favorite deck to play against. You're going to see him open up Nerval, just Nerval, the old classic get, follow-up, pass, play with the one set. Very, very unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and lead here with the Pot of Prosperity. Obviously playing the Floowandereeze deck, mainstay staple card in the deck, digging 6 deep to try to find some way to play. Revealing D-Shifter, Winds, Advent of Adventure. I think it was a Duster, a Pot, and something else. Not what he's looking for there. Because I think right now it looks like he doesn't have... He might... I was going to say, I don't know if it looked like he had any birds in hand. I was like, he might not have found a way to play there. Which can be the case sometimes with the Floowandereeze deck. If you don't see a bird and you have access to things like map and stuff, like, sure, it's great, but you need a bird to be able to keep playing. You need a bird to be able to do something. So we're just going to see him go ahead and activate Terraforming here to go ahead and grab Mystic Mine, the final boss of the past... Who knows how many formats. I think he has Mega Ryza and Apex Avian in hand. We're going to see him throw down the Mystic Mine, set 2, well, set 1 and pass. And here we go with a little bit of back and forth action as does this card create. And we're going to see him draw into a Toucan. And I imagine we won't see a deck out here, solely because, like, he does have a lot of potential setup here to be able to, like, kind of flood the field. When he does get enough engine rolling. He does have Advent, just drawing into Eaglin now. He also has the Toucan in hand, and I think he also has Map. So, like, he definitely does have a good chunk of cards in hand to be able to try to play once he feels as though he's ready to go for it. We're going to see his opponent discard a Nibiru there for hand size maintenance at the end of the turn. Now we're going to see him go ahead and get rid of the Mystic Mine here, and we're going to see him go ahead and try to take the challenge. Now, the only downside you have to worry about here is, did the opponent draw any hand traps? And yes, they did. Prepared with the main deck Ogre to go ahead and hit the map. Very, very strong. But he does still have the opportunity to go ahead and actually normal summon this Robina here and, you know, put him on, have a second hand trap. Even if he did have something like Valor Imperm, he could go and activate Advent to go ahead and dodge and attempt to keep playing. So we're going to go ahead and see him grab the Wind Barrier statue. We know he has Eaglin already in hand, so we can go ahead and get that additional normal now of the Eaglin. And that he will. We're going to see Ash get fired. There's a called by on the Ash, canceling that out. But it looks to be in the same column of his opponent's set card. We'll see if, yep, okay, it is an Imperm. Had to be an Imperm, right? Hitting the Rabina, that's going to cancel out the called by. And it's also going to make sure that this Robin goes through. He could chain, or this Imperm goes through. I'm getting confused here. I was gonna say, he could have chained the Advent there, but then again, like, the Imperm is canceling out the call by, which making so it dodging the Imperm in quotes isn't doing anything because Ash is still stopping it. So we're gonna see him just go ahead and get rid of the Toucan in hand, and then go ahead and grab an not an Advent, grab a map off of the Advent, gaining 500. Just now left there with a Robin and an Eagle. He does have Mega Ryza and Apex Avian in hand, so if his opponent does decide to normal summon to this board, he will get punished for it by having to deal with a Mega Ryza or an Apex Avian, which is really, really strong here, especially if the Tri-Brigade player doesn't have the best hand. But, you know, after a couple turns of drawing, he might have been able to fix the hand. We do see Bird Call here. Bird Call is going to add Turquoise Warbler, and he's going to go ahead and choose to special summon the Cobalt Sparrow. I'm assuming off of the other secondary effect of Lyrilusc Bird Call, which allows you to just special summon a bird from hand, so long as it's not the copy that you added. And then we're going to see him go ahead and search here off of the Cobalt Sparrow, a level 1 winged beast, looking to possibly go for Nerval, but going to go for the Sapphire Swallow now. Also, I figured I should mention this now. This is like one of my friend John's like first time playing the Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc deck. So if he's not making the absolute most big brain, Dalen Pitkin, who got top 16, our boy, the top 16, we always call him that. We just never let him forget. Top 16 Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc God. If he's not making those level of plays, you know, give him some slack. It'll take many, many years of training in the mountains to get there. But he's going to go for the Assembled Nightingale. You know, one of the very, very powerful board-breaking plays this deck has to go for a many material Zeus, and that is going to basically reset the field here. And our Floowandereeze player just having two big, you know, winged beasts in hand and a barrier statue, really going to be hard to recover from this point. He's also got the normal summon a fractal here, which is kind of huge in main phase 2. Like, absolutely insane. I don't really see a way our Floowandereeze player is going to be able to come back through this and, you know, make a push next turn unless he has some sort of massive board-breaking card like Dark Ruler. But even then, a top deck Dark Ruler isn't going to do anything if you just normal summoning when barrier statue. So this is probably just a massively losing position here for Floowandereeze. We're just going to see him play it out, though. He's going to go for Rugal, go ahead and search the Revolt, and yeah, going to go ahead and set one mysterious card and pass turn. He does find a Robin off the top, which is pretty good. He'll go ahead and chain the Eagle to add back, which is, I mean, it's a pretty good top deck, but you still have so much resistance to be able to try and get through. He'll go ahead and normal summon the Eagle to get back the Toucan. And, I mean, if there were ever a time to respond, it would probably be now. Looks like he's going to go ahead and activate Revolt here. Going to go ahead and go for 4, I imagine, for Shureg. And this could be a potentially tricky situation here for Tri-Brigade, because one of its, you know, crushes is that M-Pen really does hard counter this deck. So this is primarily link-based, and we know that M-Pen, you know, turns off attack position monsters that were special summoned. And obviously links cannot exist in defense position. So he does go ahead and get the M-Pen. And he's just getting Shureg out on the field, so we could potentially trigger it with Rugal. But if M-Pen is hitting the board next, that's really not going to be a good fallback plan. But, you know, Zeus is Zeus. So we're going to see him go ahead and actually go ahead and normal summon the M-Pen here. Looks like it'll be Chainlink 1 M-Pen. And then Chainlink 2 Eagle to add back. And we're going to see Crow here on a Nerval. Not sure how that hit the grave. I might be missing something. He might have forgotten to get a search somewhere along the ways. I don't know. But either way, correcting the game state and continuing on. He's going to go ahead and add the Dreaming Town and then commit the normal summon of Wind Barrier Statue. Setting Dreaming Town. Now attempting to leave main to go to the battle phase here. Zeus still being unanswered at this point. I mean, at this point, you probably just let him attack over the Rugal. Rugal Graveyard Effect will trigger, I think, to drop, you know, some non-really important amount of attack points. And looking like, you know, Floowandereeze is getting a decent foothold here. But I still don't think it's enough. We still have... Well, we're also forgetting that Zeus should have triggered here, too. Zeus definitely should have triggered on the destruction of that Rugal. So there's something that should have come up there that should have been remembered, because that would have turned that 3-mat Zeus into a 4-mat Zeus, which I think just ultra seals it. But, you know, it's too late now. And honestly, 1 send might be enough, and it looks like it is going to be. So, we're on to a Game 2 situation. Shoutouts to Imperium Duelist. Check them out at the link below. Don't forget to use my discount code WinterKills 10 off at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. And if you guys are buying anything on TCG Player, please do not forget to use my affiliate link found in the description below of all my videos. Anytime you guys shop and check out, using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase goes right back into the channel and helps out a ton. Just speed ran that. Let's go. So we're going to see Floowandereeze lead here with a Pot of Duality. And then taking a bird off of that. As you know, you need those to play. Deck obviously doesn't do too much without them. We're going to see him go and activate map, reveal Robin, and there's that Ghost Ogre again. Very, very strong. And then we're going to see a 9 million IQ of a Mystic Mine into an open board, end phase. And it happens. It happens, all right? Sometimes my man Dom be falling asleep at the wheel when he's playing. It happens. But, yeah, that is a classic play that I will miss when Mystic Mine gets banned someday. I will miss people just activating Mine into a completely empty board. We're going to see him pass turn there. Going for Foolish Burial, dumping Nerval effect to go ahead and search. Now doing it the opposite way there. My friend getting a little ahead of himself there. Dumping Kit to dump Nerval. then Nerval to go ahead and probably add Fractal. Now, nothing too here. If you're the Tri-Brigade player, you don't really have to worry about D-Shifter because that graveyard is loaded up. There was no shifter chained to the Pot of Duality, where if there was a shifter, it would have been used there. So you're kind of in the clear on that part. The Floowandereeze deck really doesn't... I don't really think the deck plays too many hand traps outside of D-Shifter and Ash. Maybe some board-breaking cards, if any. We're going to see him go ahead and spec out the Cobalt Sparrow, and then normal summon a Fractal. Interesting line here. I just need to read Cobalt Sparrow really quickly. Let's see here. If this card is special summon, you can add a 1 level 1 wing beast type monster from your deck to your hand. So, I don't know how the... Oh, wait. He used the Farragut to get on field. I just completely didn't see there was a Farragut there. My apologies. So, normal summoning the Fractal. Banishing to go for Farragut. Farragut summoning the Cobalt Sparrow. Cobalt Sparrow to go ahead and search. Alright. I'm falling asleep at the wheel. So, now at this point, could just go for a classic, you know, business as usual play. Right? Going for a Bear Brum. And kind of going into like an Appaloosa. But we're going to see him just attack with the Farragut. Go for an Appaloosa for 3. Resolve Farragut Graveyard. Effect to draw and put back. He already has Revolt in hand, so I guess that's one reason as to why he didn't go for the Bear Brum play, because he already has the Revolt. And he attacked with the Farragut there. I thought he would have attacked with the Appaloosa, but, you know, getting in, I guess, slightly less damage. So we're just going to see him pass turn there with an Apple for 3. We're going to see a Harpy's Feather Duster from Dom. Pretty strong card to have here to force out the Revolt, because now that's one sort of less interruption you have to worry about. But, like, I feel like as the Floowandereeze player, the Revolt is the least of your worries right now. I feel like you'd much rather have an Imperm to trade with that Appaloosa completely than have a Duster to get rid of a Revolt, which honestly, at the end of the day, isn't doing a whole lot to hinder your strategy. So we will see him now resolve all the follow-up effects of the Shureg being summoned. Getting to add off of the Nerval. And then we're going to see him normal summon Robin. It gets negated by the Appaloosa, and that is going to be it. He had the reboot ready for the Harpy's Featherstorm. So yeah, that's going to do it. Interesting match there. A little scuffed, but hey, that's locals for you. Last but not least, a huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members who are Tweeter0226, Ponystart, Cadillacs84, Justin Lamb, HH Cyber, and Mango. Thank you guys so much as always for extremely kind and generous support of the channel.